Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your Law of Attraction, Money and Love Tarot and Oracle card readings. These readings are for all Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Now, about a month ago, I changed the format of these readings. We're going to add a few more cards. I am going to stay with that. First, let's start off with a Halloween Oracle. You have the energy of dawn, the light after the darkness. It's always darkest before the dawn. So if you've been in a bit of a financial hole, or if your love life has crashed and you're feeling that darkness, or you're saying, I am in a full-on dark night of the soul, okay, know that you're coming out of that. Know that the light is ahead of you. Just keep going. All right, money reading first. All right, we've got the Hermit, the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. Oh, and the advice, this is the outcome here, the Ace of Wands. You've got, okay, the Nine of Wands and the King of Cups. I feel like what they're, oh, I accidentally got three. I didn't mean to. It was stuck. Okay, you've got the King of Wands, King of Cups, Nine of Wands. I feel like what they're telling you is it's time to be done with something that feels exhausting. It's time for a new beginning. And I understand, okay, I'm a middle-class person over here working a day job, doing other things as side gigs, all right? But I understand that sometimes we can't just walk off a job, right, and say, take this job and shove it when your whole family is depending on it. Totally understand that. But I do feel like you have a new beginning. It really is saying you've run the distance with something. I'd also say even with something like an air conditioner or a furnace or a car, something mechanical, okay, where it's like a bigger purchase and you say, man, can I get one more season out of this thing? No, it's toxic. We've got to get a new one. All right, I feel like something with this Nine of Wands, this is how I get it. It's really this. Okay, this is the outcome. It's time for the new. Because this Ten of Swords is like stick a fork in it. It's done. It's burned out. It's not coming back. And so with the King and the King of Cups and the King of Wands, these are an interesting, I heard interesting bedfellows. What I think are interesting about them together in a money reading is the King of Wands will have you taking the world by storm. You won't be afraid of anything. You'll be very charismatic, charming, and very, very inviting to people. But the King of Cups helps keep the heart in the matter. That helps you keep on to what really matters to you so that it's not just the glitz, the glam, and the shiny stuff. It's about what really matters, what helps you sleep well at night. What are you trying to do here? So I really do like this for you. Now you have here, of course, these two kings. You've got water, fire. We've got Virgo here, earth and air. So with this energy of the Hermit, know thyself. That's where it all began. You may have had a shift if you've made a career move. I do feel like you're going in the right direction here. Or if you say, no, I need to. I'm going back to school. I just saw an interview with a guy that was a landscaper in Palm Beach. And he was taking care of homes that were not even inhabited. I mean, millions and millions of dollars. And he said, I'm going back to school for engineering. I realized this job is not really paying my bills, but I also don't like the situation. It's not a difficult job, but there's something about the atmosphere here I don't care for. And he worked by himself. So I feel like it's one of those things where you say, you know what? I want something else for myself. Now, even if it's something where you trade in perhaps a business career where you say, man, I make money hand over fist, but at the end of it, I feel like it takes my soul with it, then it's time for a change. So I also feel like somebody has a bit of a shift going away from the shiny stuff to sort of practicality. Perhaps if you had a high-end car and you're like, it's more trouble than it's worth. Fancy name, beautiful car, but I don't want all the maintenance. I don't want all the upkeep. I've seen people do that where they drive with a used car and realize the first repair is $1,900 and they go, never mind, I'll go back to the old. I feel like somebody here, it's this contemplative move of saying, where am I trying to go with this? Now, I don't feel like all of this is just about downsizing, but I do get that for somebody where it's like your life is easier, it feels freer, without the pressure of managing and upkeeping things, even if they're bringing in money. I feel like somebody gets to the point where it's like, I need something that makes my soul sing, something that really sets you up for that feeling of exhilaration that the Ace of Wands will bring. So you have a new beginning, and this is magical. I feel like if you're a consultant and you get hired, they're going to say, where have you been all our lives? If you get a new job, same thing. They're going to say, you're exactly what we were missing. You're exactly what we were looking for. So the Ace of Wands tells you that you have a new beginning that is over the top. This is success. There's nothing stopping you. It's all the perfect combination of passion, motivation, directing your ideas, insight, all the good things. Now, I mentioned before the advice, the outcome's the Ace of Wands. The advice is let something go. All right, that's what they're saying. Let it go. And we've got here the key. Okay, new beginnings, directions, and adventures await for those ready to let go of the past. So, I can't plan this stuff. We just did a full reading, and there it came out. So, let's see now what the cards can tell us about your love life. Love calls with Gemini. Sorry, I left a couple cards behind when I collected them. All right, you've got the Four of Cups, Three of Wands. Oh man, the Five of Cups, the Knight of Swords. Well, we got to break free of something here, okay, with the Devil and the Four of Swords. I feel like there's some kind of a pattern that's holding you back, and that's why what you're getting is what you're getting. That energy here, we've got Capricorn, but with that Four of Swords, it really is about, for somebody, perhaps healing an old wound, that there's old trauma in there. We can have things that we experience even in utero, in the womb, and it affects our entire self-regulatory system. All right, there's something here where I feel like it may go back quite old. Now, with this energy of the Devil card, it's also the ego. So I feel like if what you were attracting was very egotistical, narcissistic people, I feel like you may be in that period where you may have a bit of a lull in your love life, where it's like, this is not the time to go out and find somebody new. If you're on the heels of something, a breakup, this is bondage. It's a slave to physical appearances. That energy of the Devil, it's very limited. It just isn't giving anything. So the Four of Swords says it's time to disconnect, and the Four of Cups says it too. I feel like this is your time where you need to make a break. You need to move on from this. That Four of Cups, of course, we like fours because there's stability and order in the tarot. But this Four of Cups is like not jumping right back into a relationship. I feel like if somebody here, if you had a really bad breakup or an ending to a marriage or an ending to something that really broke your heart and you went right back out there, you got a palate cleanser. I feel like it's like to get free of that and just be single for a while is what they're trying to tell somebody here. Now, for some of you, you might say, this is not my reading. I'm in something and I'm totally in love. Come back for the love readings. Those were last week. You can always look it up if you didn't see it. With this Three of Wands energy here, this Three of Wands, I feel like somebody is like, where do we go from here? Where do I go from here? How do I do this? I feel like somebody, it's like, turn on the Michael Bolton and cry your eyes out, but don't do it for too long. There's something about this where it's like, how do I live without you? Remember that song? With this Three of Wands. Sorry, it's not really funny. But, back in the day, I remember people driving around in their cars listening to that stuff, crying on a cassette tape. But with this Three of Wands, I feel like they're trying to tell you, don't limit yourself. You are lovable. You are worth it to have a partner who shows up for you, who's intentional, who cares for you like no other, because somebody here disappointed you with this Five of Cups. And so I feel like they're saying we need to go into this looking at the new. If you're really asking for reconciliation, it is not in these cards. I love you. I mean that. And I'm not trying to hurt anybody. But it doesn't show that here. It's just I can't make the cards. I cannot be making this reconciliation. If it is, it's going to end in despair again. That's what the cards are saying. So I give it like I get it, and that's what I get. With this and the advice, this Knight of Swords energy, I do feel like they're saying it's make a clean break, see things for what they are, move in a new direction, and you will be A-okay. So let's see what the Oracle can handle, because that was a tough ride, wasn't it? That was a tough reading. I know it is, but keep going. So you have this energy of ascending. I like that with this because that's why we're here. Learning and expansion, transcending, preparing for union, a new phase, okay? Good things are coming. I love you, Gemini. I'll be back again soon.